Hello students, we are going to continue our poetry that is Father Returning Home by Dilip Chitre. Okay, in last period we discuss about the first passage, meaning of the first passage of this poem. Sorry, first stanza of this poem. Okay, in last period we discussed that in the poem Father Returning Home, poet Dilip Chitre touchingly describes the evening routine of an ordinary old man who is a commuter on the local train. Like thousands of others, he commutes silently on and tired, standing through the trip. He returns home in the evening and he looks shabby in his wet clothes, mud stained raincoat, and old bag bursting with books. He looks outside blankly, get off and hurries homeward. He makes his way in his muddy footwear. Uh, he has uh, uh, he has a little value in his family or society, and he was so eager to meet his family members. ओके इथपर्यंत आपण बघितलं होतं. नाऊ वी आर गोइंग टू कंटिन्यू अवर सेकंड स्टँडर्ड दॅट इज गिवन ऑन 116 अँड 117. ओके. होम अगेन आय सी हिम ड्रिंकिंग विक टी, eating a stale chapati, reading a book. Okay, when father returned to the home, the poet says that his father is deprived of good food. It means when he returned to home, he drinks weak tea and eats a stale chapati. And he is not served with care nor surrounded lovingly by the family that greets him. Okay, that's why the basic home again I see him drinking weak tea, eating a stale chapati, reading a book. This shows that his basic requirements, that is good food, were also not catered to. Okay, this line, home again I see him drinking weak tea, eating a stale chapati, eating a stale chapati. This sentence shows that father is deprived of good food, and eating his stale chapati shows that his basic requirement also were not catered to. Okay, on page number 117 we can say he goes into the toilet to contemplate man's estrangement from the man-made world. Coming out, he trembles at the sink. The cold water running over his brown hand, a few droplets cling to the graying hair on his wrist. His sullen children have often refused to share jokes and secret with him. Okay, this stanza shows that he was completely alignment from his family. Okay, okay. He goes into the toilet to contemplate. Contemplate, it means think deeply. When he enter into toilet for fresh himself, then he think very deeply. He found that he is not served with the care nor surrounded lovingly by family that greets him. Inside the washroom, he ponders over life, about how alone he is in the crowded world. Okay, coming out the trembles at the sink, the cold water running over his brown hands. A few droplets cling to the graying hair on his wrist. Okay, it means when he outcome of that washroom, he is old and his hands are shaking slightly, but his sullen children have often refused to share jokes and secrets him. His children are aloof and have no interaction with him. There is no interaction with their children, with his children. Okay, he will listen now. In next stanza, he said that he will now goes to sleep, listening to the statics on the radio, dreaming of his ancestor and grandchildren, thinking of nomads entering a subcontinent through a narrow pass. Okay, it means in this stanza, the poet says that he will listen to the radio and drift into the sleep, there is no warm connection with his family members. He was very lonely. He felt very loneliness, and he only dreams of his past and future as he sleep into the slumber, just like just like the here the word is nomads. It means gypsies, भटके जीवन. ओके, तो इस तरह से पोएट ने एक ओल्ड फादर की जो ग्रीफ है, जो दुख है, वो इसमें बताया है. ओके, तो लाइन बाय लाइन हाउ कैन वी से दैट. हियर इज द सेंटेंस. Home again, I see him drinking weak tea, eating a stale chapati, reading a book. Okay, when his father returned to the home, he is deprived of good food. He drink weak tea and eat a stale chapati. His basic requirements were does not cater to. Okay, and the line he goes into the toilet to complain that this line shows that he was completely care. He is not served with the care nor surrounded lovingly by family that greets him. And inside the washroom, he ponders over life. He think about his life and about how alone he is in the crowded world. Okay, he is old because this line shows that he is very old, coming out the trembles at the sink, the cold water running over his brown hand, his old hand. Okay, his hands are shaking slightly, but a few droplets cling to the graying hair on his wrist. His sullen children, sullen it means bad tempered, his children have no connection with him. They were the children did not have healthy relation with him, and that's why he feel very lonely. Okay, the line listening to the static on the radio, dreaming on the ancestors and grandchildren thinking. Okay, when he listen the radio, when he listen on something on radio, he was in sleep and thinking about his grandchildren shows that his future, and ancestor that shows that his past life. Okay, he think only about his past memory, past life, and think about the grandchildren, it shows the future. Okay, listening to the statics on the radio, dreaming it means he was destined to listen only the crackling sound on radio, and father is not less than any sorry, father is only listening the radio, and when he listened the radio, then he was in a dream of about his past memories, as well as he think about his future, about his future. Okay, of nomads entering a subcontinent through a narrow pass. This line shows that father is not less than any tribal wanderers, modern nomads. Okay, it means he live like a gypsies. There he is completely alone. He has no healthy relation with his children. He felt himself very alone. Okay, तो यहाँ पे अपनी पोएट्री यहाँ पे our poetry is finished. Okay, so our poetry is completed. In the next period we discuss about the what are the figure of speech in the poetry.